Hi guys, welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 25th of April 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Morgan Greer deck for today's reading. And thanks to the person who in the comments yesterday suggested that I use a silk cloth as a background. I remembered that I had my dad's old scarf with me, so I'm using that as a background today. Let's see what these cards have to say about Sunday and what energy is coming up for you. First, we've got the Four of Wands, happy days. The Six of Pentacles. And the Nine of Wands. Okay, that is really, really positive. We've got two cards which are wands, rods, the element of fire. So that's really a lot of passion and a lot of excitement and enthusiasm and good things. Parties, progress, and then we have Pentacles, which is the element of earth. That's about real life opportunities that come along once in a while. They're temporary. It's like a window opening. It stays open for a little bit before it shuts again. So this is something where you can really seize the day and jump on something positive. First of all, the Four of Wands represents a wedding. It represents a doorway into a future that's happier and that's celebratory and joyful. Each wand represents a purpose, a passion, and they're standing here to create this opening that you can decorate and celebrate, and things conspire to come together in such a way that you feel like there's hope for the future, that what you're doing is going to pay off, that it's good and safe to have a good time in the here and now, to celebrate, and that you're also on the right track. So there's a sense of certainty, there's a sense of self-confidence. I'm in charge of my life. If I pursue the things that I want, those things will lead me to a happy place. So it's really nice self-reliance, it's joy, and it's also a sense that what you're doing is important and meaningful. So you can really invest in yourself and the day. There isn't a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of room for progress and activity and experimentation and pursuing things that you actually enjoy and that make you want to celebrate. So really do something that pleases you. We've got all this yellow here. Yellow is the color of happiness and joy. But also if you think about it in terms of the chakra system or astrology, it represents the sun, which is your power, your strength, and that is really what's going to lead you to this happy place. We've got this desert kind of environment, so it's kind of like the world is your canvas, and you can fill that with whatever you want. It's empty, you can plant seeds, you can leave it as a desert, you can go dune boarding if you want, you can do whatever it is you like. And then we have this castle here in the center, and that really shows that you're moving to a place of security and things being reliable and predictable, in the sense that you don't have to worry about your everyday circumstances all the time. If you live in this tower, it's very likely that if you go to bed in the evening, that the next day you'll get up and that the tower is still standing, that it hasn't crumbled to bits. So these happy feelings and this state of joy actually leads to something that's very, very practical. The tower is made up of bricks or stones, and it's not about criticizing yourself into doing something. It's about having a good time, and that leads to growth and leads to security. So being happy and being secure, those two things are not mutually exclusive today. And if something does feel good and it feels right, then pursue it. It will lead you to happy places. The Six of Pentacles is the haves and haves not card. Sometimes you're in a position of great wealth and you're able to be charitable and to give to people who need your support. And other times you're not in such a good place and you need to reach out and ask for support. The Six of Pentacles says that this is a constant in life, but it's a minor arcana card. So it's a temporary influence today. So the temporary influence is that there's total balance between having and not having. It kind of gives you a vacuum, again, an empty space, which you can fill. And the Six Pentacles represent an opportunity. It's kind of another doorway opening in this deck, at least. We've got this red stripe here. So your practical circumstances, one, conspire in such a way to open things up and for you to have the time and space to play with your circumstances a little bit. You can either give to others and be charitable, or you can look at how you can generate and create more wealth, or what you can do to feel more secure in your everyday circumstances. If you're in a position where you need support, you also have that moment of, you can reorient yourself and you can say, I do need some support. I want to move ahead with my life. I'm going to ask people or places or connections that I have for their support and guidance, because I feel like I can really move ahead today and it's going to be much easier, and I can kind of fast track myself by reaching out and getting the help and support of other people. So this is about fire. Fire in the tarot is a masculine element, and it's about setting your own goals and pursuing them in your own way. So that's doable, but it doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. You can ask for support. It's like starting a business and getting someone to invest in that business. You're getting someone to help you financially, but ultimately the business is still your baby. It's your brainchild. It's what you want to do. So again, those two aren't mutually exclusive either. So we've got a lot of kind of conflicting energies coming together today in a way that's really harmonious and positive, that allows you to make a lot of progress. And finally, if we haven't had enough signs that you can move ahead today, we've got the 9 of Wands, and you can see the soldier striding, marching past this wall of wands, and he's leaving that behind. He's not even paying attention to them. His gaze is firmly fixed on the future. He's chosen one wand, which actually creates a doorway, and the card says that the hardships and the obstacles are behind you. Today is really very simple in the sense that if you enjoy what you're doing and if you devote yourself to that and pursue it, you're going to go a long way. Not only are you going to go a long way, you're going to your own personal happy place, and there's no shame and there's nothing wrong with reaching out and asking for help and support. And also, if you're in a happy place and if you really achieve one of your life goals on this day, it would also benefit you to share that happiness and joy with other people who may not be in such a great place, and to show them how you overcame obstacles, how you left things behind, how you faced negativity without crumbling, and you faced obstacles to get to where it is you want it to be. So you can be a real inspiration to other people, you can be charitable, you can support others, but mainly, first and foremost, I think it's to be of service to yourself and to make sure that you get to a place of joy and security for yourself first, and then you support others. We've got Libra here, which makes things more beautiful. So that's another factor here today. If you face the things that you need to overcome, or really if you keep going despite obstacles, you're going to get to a place of balance internally and externally. You manifest the sense of peace in your real life. This is totally symmetrical too, so more balance. But it's not just about feeling balanced, it's about altering your circumstances so that they make you feel like your life is beautiful and lovely, and like you want to engage with it and you want to live your life in the best way possible. So the inner balance immediately becomes manifest in the real physical world, not because there's some sort of magic happening today, but because you're strong and confident in who you are and what you feel. You're decisive about that, and that's then reflected in the real world, and you have the opportunity to build things which are going to be a reflection of how you're feeling today. So that can be, again, something like starting a business that you really care about. It can be starting a routine or something, or adding something into your daily routine and structuring it in so that it's consistent and it becomes a daily practice, whether that's the way you whether that's sitting down for 15 minutes and writing every day, or it's doing charity work, or it's starting to look at your diet. Anything that has to do with the physical real world is something that you're able to adapt and look into, but it's also creative. So you're able to really create things which kind of take a snapshot of where you are on this day. So that can be an ideology that becomes crystallized in your mind's eye, and you start to write it down and teach it to other people. And on a very mundane and banal level, if you're feeling cute today, you can take an amazing selfie and put it on Instagram. You know, it's not all huge, big, life-changing things. It can be as simple as you feel comfortable in your own skin, you're feeling yourself, you feel like nothing is holding you back, and you can really just have a good time and put yourself out there. So being in the spotlight, getting some positive attention, that will feel good, but also making decisions for yourself and saying, I am doing this because I want to and because I find it fun. That's also going to really benefit you, and it's going to feel good. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 6 is 10 and 9 is 19. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is about taking charge, doing things in your own time in the way that you want to do them. And in the tarot, it's the magician. So it's listening to your higher self and asking, what is it that you want me to do? And that can be as simple as, this is fun, I'm going to do it. Listening to that, and then actually going about your business in a way that isn't just work and service, but also doing things that please you and making the most of your day in a manner that you find appropriate. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous Sunday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.